Good morning and welcome back to Bald Father Bets, everyone. So we will give you a quick recap of College Football Saturday, where all we had was the Army-Navy game, lay out all of our plays for NFL Sunday, but please first make sure you subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so you know when we post, and give the video some love, interact with all of our content, like it, share it around, comment on it, anything you can do to help us grow our help us get in the YouTube algorithm and grow our base. That's the only thing that we ask. Okay, so College Football Saturday, we were on Army +7 for 2 units. That hit. They lost the game by 1. Really good game. Ended on a super cool play where Navy went for it on a 4th and 1, but the reason they were able to do that is because on 3rd and 2, they fumbled the ball. Horvath recovers his own fumble like in midair and then falls down. They almost gave Army the ball back, which Army would have had like 1 to 2-ish first downs until they would have been at field goal range. Army probably honestly played the better game throughout the day, but Navy ended up with the win. Great game. That's always one of the funnest games each year in college football. So yeah, that brought us to 725, 545, and 35 on the year. So really solid. Okay, NFL Sunday, let's get into these. Some of these we've already given to you. Some of them are going to be new. So we're on the we're on the Chiefs -5 for 5 units. You are good to take that. You're really good to take that anything up to -7, but you shouldn't need to go anything past -6. I don't see any book getting past, well, they may. Sharp money's coming in on the Chiefs pretty hard as of this morning. So you're good to take it up to -7, but just if you see it at anything under 7 right now, just snag it because it's not coming back down. No respectable better or money is on the Chargers today. Okay, Patriots +3 for 5 units. So this is one we have been waiting on all week long. Honestly, the read has gone back and forth. So the read early in the week was Patriots. Then as the week went on, it went Bills. And then as this line started to go, we touched, like, at one point, Patriots were favored, which is why Bills was the read. Then I watched it. It touched Bills -1.5. Then yesterday, it gets to Bills -2. Then late night last night, it gets to Bills -2.5. And then this morning, finally, we started to get some books go to 3. And as soon as we hit the 3, that was the auto bet for us. So this is more about the number than it is about the game. Yes, Vrabel 6-0 straight up, 6-0 ATS off a bye. We do like that. You have the fact that the Patriots clinch here. This is a hat and T-shirt game for the Patriots. If they win this game, they win the division. They're at home. Conditions are conducive to a low-scoring, running the ball affair, which the Patriots do well. On the flip side of this, earlier in the year when the two teams played each other, it wasn't really Josh Allen use his legs time of year. We're in December. This is where Josh Allen starts to turn on his legs. You saw it against the Bengals. That's another added factor anytime the Bills play a game that you have to kind of bring in as you get later into the season. Also, this is a very young Patriots team. Does the fact that it's a hat and T-shirt game kind of get them to clench up a little bit? But once we hit the 3, that's an auto take. So Patriots +3 for 5 units. If you're not getting the 3, if you don't have the ability to shop around and you can't get a 3, this then comes down to honestly, personally, how you feel about the game. Because at 3, you're betting a number. Anything under 3, you really need to go with, like, this is a toss-up. Like, in terms of who's going to win this game, this is a toss-up. That's why if either team you got +3, that's who you take. You just need to go with who you feel. But we love the Patriots +3. That's why we put 5 units on it. Browns +8 at 3 units. You're good to take that one down to anything Browns +7. I don't necessarily love that one, but it is a weather game here. Over-under is getting down to like 38.5, I'm seeing it some places. So, again, it's a math and a weather thing. Like, the conditions are supposed to be horrendous at Soldier Field. It's going to be a lot of running the ball. It's going to be a lot of trying not to turn it over. Browns are able to force turnovers much better than the Bears defense. I do think Shedeur Sanders is going to have one of the worst games in the history of the NFL. The question is, like, are they able to keep this thing close enough through turnovers and just the fact that it's such a low-scoring affair? Yeah, I don't love this one, but we pick every game against the slate, and the Browns +8 is the read. So Browns +8, 3 units, you're going to take that down to anything Browns +7. Ravens -2 for 3 units, you're going to take that anything up to Ravens +3. Excuse me, Ravens -3. Ravens need this. I hear the whole, yeah, but it sounds like Joe Burrow's going to quit football if they don't win this game, and they're out of contention of the playoffs. Because the Bengals were never making the playoffs. I know there was these fantasies that Burrow was going to come back and they were going to win every game and they were going to make the playoffs. That was never going to happen. The Ravens, though, after losing that game against the Steelers, absolutely need this one. The Bengals have one of the worst defenses in the NFL. One of the perfect defenses to go up against if you need a get-right spot, and that's what Lamar needs right now. No Trey Hendrickson to try and chase him down off the edge. We like the Ravens a lot here. Ravens -2 for 3 units. Cardinals +10 for 3 units. You guys can actually get this at a better number now. I'm seeing Cardinals +10.5s out there, but we give it out at 10. Don't go under 10, but you shouldn't have to, because like I said, I don't think anywhere is at 9.5 anymore. Just everyone's falling in love with the Texans. They're now like, people have them as their Super Bowl pick out of the AFC. Don't be wrong, very good team, very good defense first. So it's when you're defense first, it's much harder to fuck it up than when you're offense first. But that's still too many points against a Cardinals team that's getting a little bit healthier today than they were last week. Jets +14 for 3 units. Don't go under 14, but you shouldn't have to. I think almost every book I saw this morning was at 14. Again, too many points. The Jaguars have a history of when they're favored by this many points, that's not really something that you want to roll with the Jaguars on. I do love this Jaguars team. I like Trevor Lawrence a lot. I've said since all offseason they would win this division. I could see a situation here where Cook goes and gets cooked. Jets truly have no like QB backup plan either. If he gets hurt, this one's done. But it is too many points. And one thing you can say about the Jets in their first year under Aaron Glenn is they haven't given up in any games. So they're going to fight to the end. Maybe you get a backdoor cover. Maybe they just muck this thing up early, keep it close, and then Jaguars end up winning by 10, 11, something like that. We're going to roll when we get that many points, usually in an NFL game. We're going to take it. So Jets +14, 3 units. Raiders +13, 3 units. There shouldn't be any need for you to go under 13. I'm actually seeing some 13.5s. If you want to wait and see if you can get a 14, go ahead. It's another one where it's just too many points. You have Kenny Pickett starting for the Raiders. Thank God. I don't know if I can watch any more Geno Smith football. I know the Raiders are like the worst team in the NFL, but they're different when Brock Bowers plays, and now they have Gentry kind of going a little bit. So I don't hate this Raiders team in this spot. And again, just like the Jets at +14, this is too many points. So that's why we're on it. Obviously, don't love it. Don't love anything we do with the Raiders, but we've been betting on them all season, so can't stop now. Raiders +13 for 3 units. Commanders +3 for 3 units. You're good to take this down to anything where the Commanders are favored. They should win this game outright. The Giants are not a good football team. They are also not a good football team, but Debo's expected to go for the Commanders today. So obviously without Scary Terry, that's huge. Even with Mariota, there isn't a good unit on the field except for the Giants' defensive line. The Commanders have an explosive enough offense that they should be able to get around that. Their defense is terrible. The rest of the Giants' defense is terrible. The Giants' offense is terrible. But they have enough in terms of skill players, even with Mariota at quarterback, that the Commanders should be able to manufacture some amount of offense. All right, Into the afternoon window, Packers minus 1.5 at 5 units. You guys can get this at a better number now, much like that Cardinals game. I'm seeing Packers minus ones out there. I even saw a Packers minus a half. So make sure you get the best number, but we gave it out at 1.5. So Packers minus 1.5 for 5 units. You guys know my thoughts on the Broncos. I don't think they're a very good team. I think they have a good record. Saints plus 3.5 for 5 units. We raised this one from 3 units to 5 from when we gave it to you. You're good to take it down to anything Saints plus 3. Panthers as a favorite in the past 2 seasons are 0-11 ATS. This division is going to, like, people are like, oh, Panthers win the next 2 games, they win the division. It's not going to go like that. This division is going to come down to tie breaks and teams that have chances to win and they don't, and they lose because it's just not one of the better divisions in football. You guys know that I think the Panthers will end up winning the division. I gave that out as a future that we would be eyeing, but I do not like them in this game at New Orleans in a division game where we're getting 3.5 on the Saints. So Saints plus 3.5, 5 units. Colts plus 14 for 3 units. I liked it a lot more before the whole Phillip Rivers grandpa. I don't like that they're starting Phillip Rivers. I much prefer that they'd have started Riley Leonard because the game plan essentially is slow the game down. The game plan is a lot of what they did at Notre Dame with Riley Leonard, which, like if you guys remember that opening drive Notre Dame had against Ohio State in the national championship game, they took like half the first quarter off the clock. And if you get a team plus 14 in a situation, you want them to try and run clock. The Colts have some fantasy that this season isn't in the trash can, and that they weren't morons for trading away 2 first-round picks for a cornerback. But those fantasies are not true, and the season is in the trash can, and they're out there trying to play Phillip Rivers thinking that they can salvage something. They cannot. So quite honestly, guys, I hate this pick now that they did the Phillip Rivers thing. I never thought that was – I didn't think that an NFL organization would be dumb enough to do that, but I guess they are. So, honestly, they traded away 2 first-round picks for a cornerback, so I should have calculated that into my evaluation of how stupid they are. So Colts plus 14 for 3 units. I don't like that one anymore. So if I were you, I wouldn't play it. Rams minus 5.5 for 3 units. We debated 5 units on this one. Honestly, it is a 5-unit read. It's just of how good the Lions have been ATS under Campbell. Jared Goff as an underdog of like 4 or more is 14-3 ATS in his career. There's a lot of things where I was just like, as much as this is a clear Rams read, as clear as any read that we have in the on the slate, this one is it's just the fact that it's against the Lions, and the Lions are ATS gods the past 3 years. So. And they're getting points. But with that Lions secondary, Brian Branch torn Achilles. Kirby Joseph supposed to be back, nowhere to be found. Terrion Arnold on injured reserve. They have nothing out there. You have Devontae Adams is playing for the Rams. Puka Nacua is playing for the Rams. Matthew Stafford having an MVP-like season. The Lions will score points, don't get me wrong, but if they get the Rams to kick a field goal on a drive, it's a win. So Rams minus 5.5, 3 units would be more if it wasn't for the fact of just how good the Lions are ATS. Titans plus 13 for 3 units. I'm seeing 13.5s out there, so you guys actually should be able to get this one at a better number. But I don't know what to say. I hate this Titans team. Every time we're on them, they don't cover. And every time we go back to our fade the Titans, like we've been on the past 1.5 seasons, they end up covering somehow in miraculous fashion. This one is too many points. Would it surprise me if Brock Purdy and the 49ers won 35-3? No, it would not. But again, just like Jets plus 14, just like Raiders plus 13, Titans plus 13 is too many points. So Titans plus 13, 3 units. Vikings +6 for 5 units tonight in Sunday Night Football. You're good to take that one down to anything Vikings +4. I don't suspect you would ever have to go more than +5, depending on when you end up watching this video. But again, Vikings should win this game outright. Even with J.J. McCarthy at quarterback, the Vikings should win this game outright. They have a defense that matches up very well with Dallas's explosive offense, and they have an offense that exploits all the weaknesses in a very weak Dallas defense. This is one of my favorite plays of the day, actually. Vikings +6 for 5 units. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna warn you guys, which maybe it's a good thing. I hate this card. I hate this slate today. I think we're gonna get absolutely murdered out there, but we'll see. I thought that before, and we end up having a good day. And I thought, I've loved a slate before, and we get killed. I loved our Saturday Thanksgiving weekend slate. Yeah, I loved that card, and we went 3-23. So, I mean, you never, like, you truly don't know. I hate this one. We'll see what happens. I just think we have a lot of these. The underdogs have been covering at a unprecedented rate, and we got a lot of these big dogs on this card, and that's what we should do. You shouldn't lay that many points in the NFL, but it could just all kind of come crashing back to earth. But we'll see what happens. All right, y'all. Get out of here. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy the start of the holiday season. Hopefully, you guys are starting to kind of pull back from work life. And enjoy family life, and enjoy football life. We don't have many of these left, so let's enjoy them while we have them. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. Again, give the videos some love.